very special thing for Banská St, that somehow people from completely different parts of world just ending up here. You know what it's very interesting part of residencies. When you're going somewhere, sometimes to place that you know, but sometimes to play you haven't been before ever, and then you have to, or you're trying to attach somehow, or like switch your habits, your everyday routines into this new environment. You know, at the beginning I have this idea that it could be sort of challenge for me, you know, to spend like 3 months in village, you know, because it's like more or less it's kind of like not big city. It's very village sort of lifestyle here. So I was a little bit afraid, so like, you know, like, yeah, what about entertainment, or what about excitement, or like some like that kind of stuff. But then it comes this switch mode, so you just switch into different environment, and you start to trying to work in a completely different environment for you. So in a way it was challenge, but it wasn't like very difficult. It was just, I guess it was fun to do that. Well, I spent 2 months in Los Angeles, in Santa Monica. So it was way much different than here. It's like, it was very different. Stanica is like a little bit out of town, like not in a center, so like a little bit not abandoned, but it's like, you know, you see, it's like nothing here basically. But on the other hand, it's very based in this context of cultural kind of context, let's say. Like it's very complicated because it's of course there is this art background because many artists coming here, but on the other hand it's still working station, so there is a lot of travelers here, maybe not a lot of, but some of travelers crossing the station, and it's like open space all the time. With other artists or like with other people who are somehow connected with art or culture or however we call it, it's open discussion, you know. Sometimes you like the person like straight ahead, sometimes you don't like the person at all, and it's kind of like end up as a like argue, or I don't know, you're going out upset because of this meeting. But you know, it's like crushing different attitudes between each other, or like exchanging the ideas between each other. So I guess it's important, and it works pretty much same like, you know, like the passengers who are getting out of the train and going through the station, and then like for the moment they are in this very particular space with this, you know, like different things around, like this, you know, like the machine, prints, like a lot of different information. So for the moment they are in this space, and then they just left and going to continue their own stories. About these meetings with people, with other artists, I think it works like pretty much the same. So you just enter this particular space, you know, to have like conversation, or to have like to exchange ideas, I don't know, to have an argue with somebody, to say something, or to be part of the story being told. And then you know, then after time, you just back to your, let's say, like regular life. So it's kind of temporary, but impressions or emotions can survive for a really long time, actually. I like this kind of panorama, you know, like this horizontal view from one side to the other, because of the mix um, of this nature part and sort of leftovers of communism times and let's say this big industrial challenge, you know, the truck line which connected the small cities, built by young people, I guess, and well, it was a big challenge, and I think this atmosphere of this atmosphere somehow just stayed here, you know. So that's why people in Stanica during like really short period of time can produce like a lot of works. Let's say there's like big how to say that? Well, the atmosphere of this past time somehow stays here, and it's still visible, not only by architecture or like old posters or photographs, or it's just visible by other senses, I guess.